Hello, YouTube.
Hey, what's up, guys? We got another Anthem video coming at you today. But it is 5 o'clock somewhere, so why don't you start us off with what you're enjoying today?
Brewdog Elvis juice. Can't go wrong with a little IPA. I believe this one is a grapefruit IPA.
There we go. And I've got a Wandering But Not Lost from Magic Hat, Virginia beer.
What are we talking about today?
Well, right now we're talking about beer.
That's true.
But we are talking about Anthem, and the game's been out for a couple weeks now. So we've got a little footage. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you have not yet finished the campaign and don't want to have the story ruined, close the video now, but like it first, and then come back and watch it.
And hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
And the dingy ding.
Before you leave. Yep. Anyway, so this is some gameplay footage from the last mission of the story campaign, and this is where I'm at right now. So I just finished this off, and I'm at level, I don't know, 23 or so. So I'm not burning through the game, because in between real life and other games, I'm just taking my time with it.
Stupid ass real life.
Yeah. So a lot of people are giving the game some negative press, and this video is to provide you guys with our thoughts of the game about a couple weeks in. So kick it off.
My first thing to say is I'm not going to be negative at all. Yeah, it's got a couple problems. Yeah, it could be better. Yeah, you know, end game is not absolutely perfect. But as long as you're not one of these people that's burning through stuff, playing 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you should still have plenty of content to hit. I'm personally at level 30. My Colossus just hit a 600 gear score, and I'm still having a blast. So I'm sort of scratching my head as to every single, Negative Nancy review that's out there saying it's absolutely horrible. If you want to pick it apart and be that person, yeah, you probably could. But in all honesty, I'm still having fun, and I don't see how people aren't having fun unless they are playing so much that they're already to the point where they're doing 700 750 gear score, and it's not fun for them anymore just because they're not getting new gear because they've maxed out characters.
Yeah, so I think you touched on a couple things. The speed players that put 8 hours a day into the game and race through it to get to the end game, to then and a lot of these people are content creators who are trying to get to the content so that they can be the first to show it, and that's cool. But I think that's the scenario for any game that you do that with. If you go back to the Division or Destiny when it first came out, if you put that much time into a game right off the bat, you're going to play through the content that they've released,
especially new IP.
Right.
Where they're going to have rounds of bug fixes.
Yep.
I mean, for the love of God, if you remember Destiny when that came out, that got old quick.
Yep.
And then they patched the crap out of it, and all of a sudden it became a really good game, and 2 DLCs in, it was an amazing game. Then it got bad for a while, and then it got better again, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
So
I agree.
For me, the gameplay is key. If you don't have good gameplay up front with the IP, you're going to end up having a pretty crappy experience, and it's going to get old pretty fast. This game has fantastic gameplay. So
yeah, I agree.
The ability in the future to tack on, whether it's new missions, whether it's new content, whether it's just all new gear sets.
Right.
To me, that is going to keep this game alive potentially for years and years and years.
Well, as long as people don't quit playing it just because of the press, I mean, I think it's like you said, the gameplay's there. They've got great graphics. I mean, I guess that's to simply put it.
Yeah.
The gameplay is great, and they have plenty of room to expand with more story, more missions, more end game, more that's the word, not decorative, but what you look like.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
There we go. So yeah, I'm in that boat, and I think too that already, a couple weeks, and granted it's not as smooth as we want it to be, and certainly it was a little rough at launch, but they put out patches every week to make it a little bit better. And I can say
there's another new one coming out Tuesday, I thought I read.
Okay.
So,
well, it seems like the loading screens are much faster. Like getting into the game from initial firing up the PlayStation, which we're on, getting into the game is fast. Yeah, you still have a couple loading screens in between, but they have added the For Tarsus, quick button where you can be anywhere, hold triangle, and off you go. So I think the improvements, we're already starting to see them. And
now, how much have you done single class so far? Because pretty much I have all the classes, right? I'm
Sure.
level 30, so I've unlocked everything, but I've barely played anything but Colossus. So from my standpoint, I quickly latched. I'm always a tank in everything I play. I'm never the guy who's quick dodging stuff. So I sort of latched onto the Colossus early. I did play Storm a little bit, and I played the Ranger a little bit, and the play styles are so much different that as long as you're not sick of doing the repetitive missions, from my standpoint, you have 4 very distinct character classes that you need to learn how to play that allow you to spend however much time you want with the game and really not lose a lot and still have fun because the gameplay, I keep going back to the gameplay because the gameplay is so good. And BioWare's a story, they're a story-based company, and a lot of people crapped on the story in this. I thought the story was pretty dang good.
Yeah.
They had good lead in, at the end of this mission, they had good lead in to the next potential set of bad guys that's going to attack and all that good stuff. So I was pretty happy with the overall story mission along with the gameplay.
Yeah, I think people are judging this against a criteria that no game has really achieved, and you don't want them to give you everything all at once because if you're one of the people that burn through it fast, you're still going to burn through it fast.
Exactly.
And then you're still going to be bitching about it, and or to keep it PG, I guess, complain about it.
And I would say if you did burn through it that fast and you have that much time on your hands, there's brand new Destiny stuff to do right now.
Sure.
The Division 2 comes out on Tuesday.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with having a few games to play. It doesn't you don't have to just have one.
Hop games, have fun, do it all.
Yeah.
I wish I had that much time.
So you were talking about the different javelins, and I have predominantly mained the Storm, but I've played around, more than a few times with the Colossus too, just to experience a little different of the play style, and it's weird to try to go back and forth right now because I'm not as experienced in the gear score, and I don't have a lot of the good gear, but you're right, completely different gameplay, and that is almost enough to make it feel like a new game.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, what feels like a new game is starting to hit some of the end game content when you start getting masterwork and legendary stuff. Because the play style and the things you can do that are different, where you have to play more towards specific perks based on builds, becomes really, really interesting. So I'm now to the point where I'm doing much more specialized builds with the Colossus. And I got to say, you definitely change how you play, Some of these combos that you can hit based on doing specific stuff with specific masterwork and legendaries make it very, very interesting at the end of the game to see how you can chain those things with the other players as well too.
Right. So I think in summary, we give the game thumbs up still. Still happy with it.
Yep, I'm still happy with it, still playing it. And in fact, I'll probably be playing until the Division 2 comes out there on Tuesday. I will be playing this game every single night, trying to do some more of the end game build type stuff. So.
So if you like Anthem content and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button, and it does help us out a ton. So please do that. And if you want to get notifications of future videos, also hit the bell icons to get those notifications, because we're going to have more content on this game. We're going to go through some builds now that Jones is in the Masterwork and Legendary grind, and I'm going to be at that point pretty soon as well. And then we'll start going through and hopefully cover them in a little different way than what other people have done so far.
All right, everybody.
All right.
5 o'clock somewhere, or in our case, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go
Yep.
grab a beer and have fun.
See you guys.